So Arsenal 3, Burnley 1. Professional, controlled performance is the theme of the evening from pretty much everyone. And it was a controlled professional performance. The first 44 minutes of that game were a cure for insomnia, I can't lie. And then number 35, C-Tech Bart Simpson's been promoted to B-Tech Bart Simpson today. And what a cross. Saka leapt like a salmon, and our baller, Trossard, who knew, scores the opening goal. Second half, they get one back, and we're like, oh, meltdown's about to happen. Quick recovery, Saliba again from a Trossard corner, right on the plate. And then the third goal, what a goal from 35. Unbelievable, Di Canio-esque. And light work in the end. The only downsides for me today, Saka didn't really get involved, but cool. At least he didn't get injured. Vieira getting sent off. And that German giraffe, number 29. Finally, this manager may have woken up to this player by stubbing him. You know how this works, people. If you don't like the ratings, cry. We don't care. We're back against Brentford on the 25th. Make sure you sub to the channel. Make sure you sub to Jez, Arsenal History and More. Make sure you sub to Matty, Southern Gooner. Jez, anyone who ain't watched your fan cam, why not? But give us your little breakdown, mate.
Well, yeah, as I said, it was a controlled performance, professional. We got the job done. I'm happy we got the 3 points before we go into the international boring break. I just can't stand it, man. To be honest with you, I don't. I know it's got to be done, but yeah, I mean, I have a theory that I tend to agree with you, Lee, on the fact that you put the top 16 teams in and let the rest of them fight it out behind doors. Personally, it's boring. Who are we playing? Macedonia and bloody Malta, or something like that. Some load of rubbish. Anyway, there we go. Let's get this enough.
No, I agree. International football's crap, mate. I mean, San Marino have done nothing at all.
Ever.
Yeah? We're playing Macedonia, good one. Yeah, like, and Malta. Yeah, nice country in that. Do you remember when I nearly drowned there?
He beat the bus up, didn't I?
He beat the bus up.
I like Malta in place, but sorry, they're not.
Oh, yeah, but they're never going to get any better at football. Let's just be real with it. Yeah, put the top 16 teams into the competitions and let the rest of them all scrap it out. Yeah. And then maybe they'll get better. Yeah, but
we televise it until it comes to the big tournament. Yeah, when it comes to the Euros, World Cup, fair play. It's a good watch. Fair play. I'll go you that. But when you like, I'm not going to turn up and watch England against bloody Malta. I know what's going to happen. It's going to be the result of England. So anyway, let's move on from that. It's a good display today. As I said in my fan cam, my only concern is Lee, Matty. When Arsenal aren't being that challenged that hard, our defence tends to go to sleep. And we can get caught out, as we did. But that is a concern. That I know in big games against the big teams like City, Liverpool, United, dare I say that, Chelsea, Tottenham, they're more on us. So the defence has got to work harder, and it proves it. But I just found today that it's again the situation on midfield. Well, call it a midfield, really. We've got Declan Rice played a great game yet again. 29. Well, more like 2.9 pence, really. What we paid for that bloke is a joke, seriously. But there you go, man. That's my opinion.
No, totally agree, man. Bournemouth have just gone 1-0 up against Newcastle. Shoddy defending. Matty, give us your little breakdown. Anyone who ain't subbed to Matty, Southern Gooner. If I can get both links in the title, I will, if not in description. But anyone who ain't watched your fan cam, go and check it out. And give us your little breakdown, Matty.
Put together performance. First half was a little rough. Second half, we came to life. Trossard whipping and working, and Zinchenko, Paulo Di Canio settings. And we got the 3 points today, and we got in and got out of there. We didn't make too much of a meal of it. And Fabio Vieira we need to be moving him on. He didn't offer much.
Absolute facts. Let's go with the goalkeeper, Jez. David Raya didn't have anything to do. Couldn't really do anything with the goal. It deflected in. He could have had a cigar on for the last 3 games, couldn't he?
Really, yeah. He was not really that under threat, was he, at all? That guy must. I mean, I've noticed quite a few times in this game today he was in midfield because he's probably thinking, "Come on, let me get in the goal. Let me get in the game." I am actually want to get in this game. Yeah, six for me, man.
Let's go to Tomiyasu, Matty.
Tomiyasu had a decent game today. He got skint as most of the players did. They got skint by number 30.
Mate,
that dude is rapid. I felt he should have dealt with that a little bit better. That led up to that goal. Outside of that, he had a decent game. I'd give him a 7. I mean, that's a decent score for me today. It wasn't nothing to really write home about.
Eddie, man. Yeah, Steady Eddie. He is pretty much 7, isn't he? Fell down like a sack of spuds, but other than that, he did all right. Let's go to the opposite side, Jez. Number 35. Number 35 scored an absolute cracker and actually put a great ball in the box for the first goal. It was a game where he pretty much dominated in midfield rather than actually doing any defending, which probably helped him. But what did you make of him today?
Yeah, I thought he was absolute class today, Zinchenko. That's my new name for him, Zinchenko. And I thought he was decent, man. And one of the better games I've seen him play this season, to be fair. I'll give him an 8.
I thought he was quality as well. Let's go to Saliba, Matty. Made a mad last-ditch tackle after being skinned by number 30. And then couldn't really miss, could he? Trossard put it straight on the play. That's the easiest goal he'll ever score, mate.
I mean, that was a top-notch corner that came in. And that tackle, that toe tackle, I mean, it was right on the money. Strong game from William Saliba. I mean, on both sides of the pitch today. I'm going to go with an 8 today. Strong performance by Saliba. Typical Saliba. So
yeah, typical Saliba, man. Let's go to Gabriel Magalhaes. Had a couple of little flick headers over the bar. One came off his shoulder. Fell down like a sack of spuds in the penalty box at one point. But all in all, he done all right, didn't he, Jez?
He did all right. He was solid. Wasn't really that challenged, was he? Let's be fair. But yeah, he did his job. My concern is, I say this, and I say it again, sometimes he goes to sleep a little bit. And I think, when he's not involved, he can be a bit slack. But yeah, decent performance, man. Didn't do anything wrong. 7 for me.
Now let's move into midfield. Where do we go here?
Give it to Matty.
29, Matty. The German giraffe.
We say one of the members of the Lost Boys League, the new group we got, the Lost Boys. Yeah, he played like he was a lost boy today, man. I mean, it's
18 games, Matt. 18 games, one goal.
This man just said we have to wait. Arteta says we have to wait 50 games for him to get it together. We're 18, and this is what we dealing with, brother. Sometimes you have to laugh to stop the crying. And I just each week we do this, and you see him there. It's just like, why? Nothing. I mean, he offered nothing again. He had 1 or 2 headers there. You had stepped away when your old man got there, but he headed the ball on the header and knocked it back the other way. And I was like, this guy here, man, he is just, it's not there, man. I tell you that story during the game about when I coached, and I had to tell the player's mom was like, "Ma'am, you need to sign him up for karate or archery or something. This isn't his sport." And it's the same thing with this gentleman, man. He might need to pick up pickleball or something. I mean, this is not it. So once again, I'm going to give him my usual score, 0.
Jeez. And if you want to cry about it,
0.
Cry.
There's nothing there. I'm sorry. You can say anything about headers. I'm sorry that. I mean, but you come to me talking about.
But he won his jewels and he took winning the dog home.
Lee and Jez. If people talking about him winning the header, that's like saying you're a plumber, and he played with water. He played with water.
He's a
No.
taxi driver and picked up a passenger.
Yeah.
Like nothing, man. This guy's dead. Yeah, 0. If you don't like the ratings, cry. We do not care. Let's move on to the captain, Jorginho. How is this guy captain in my club, Jez? But he did all right.
I don't get it, man. I mean, he didn't really do anything wrong, but he just doesn't get involved enough for me to be a captain of this football club. I mean, let's get it right. Towards the end of the game, right? Yeah, you've got Zinchenko doing that to the clock end to get them to raise their voices. Yeah, and I'm sorry, that's your captain, man, during the game, like after half time. The Emirates once again was quiet because the Arsenal fans accept negative positivity. I mean, I'm sorry, man. If you're an Arsenal fan, you should be on it all the time, right?
Especially in the ground. Yeah, like you paid to go there, make some noise, isn't it?
And, you know, I question it, Lee. And I'll get the rating in just a second. I just want to say this, right? 5 minutes before half time, the fans are going to the bars and get their bloody meat pies and shit like that. Right? 5 at 40 minutes.
Dog meat pies, wind pies.
Well, yeah, they're like the fucking shit. You know what I mean? Get your prawn sandwiches.
Salmonella pies.
Get your prawn sandwiches here, boys. You know, pay £9 for a load of crap. And why? Anyway, whatever. Jorginho didn't do anything brilliant. Wasn't bad. Average 5, man. Average.
Declan Rice, mate.
Deckers, man, he had a decent game. Once again, it's kind of like you're starting to get to this thing with him and Saliba where it's like it just every week is the same thing, you know. It's just this steady eddies, you know.
Yeah,
moving up. Yeah, consistent, man, and that's what I like to see. Moving up the pitch, winning the ball up the pitch, moving around and doing everything. So I'm going to give him a simple 7 today, man. Just a great performance today. Did a good job.
Let's go to Bukayo Saka, Jez. He set up the first goal. Great header to flick it on to Trossard. Other than that, again, very, very quiet from Bukayo today. The one thing I will say is they put some ketamine in him. Ian Wright wheeled him out. Woohoo! Wheel out Bukayo. And he was on the pitch again. Yeah, I was more surprised that the manager subbed him off, if I'm honest. I expected him to play the whole 90 because this manager keeps him on if he's fit. Yeah, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, he weren't great.
I don't think he's fully fit. He didn't look anything like the player he was against Sevilla the other night. And I think he's still, again, got that niggling problem. And it's going to keep coming back until, I'm sorry to say it, Lee, at some point it's going to cost us. Something's going to go badly wrong with that kid. And, you know, all the time you keep stressing a problem in the ankle, it's only going to get worse, man. And I'm just glad now that we're going to go into an international break. I hope Arteta pulls him out of the England squad. Don't want to see him there. No need for him to be there against the teams England are going to play. Rest him up, get him some proper physio and help. It wasn't influential at all today, really. So I'm sorry. I'll give him a bang average 5.
Martinelli, Matty.
Martinelli was Martinelli today. It was a typical Martinelli, another typical performance from another Arsenal player that, especially in these type of games where they tend to thrive up and down the pitch. I think that he did really well. He was crossing the ball and doing the best he could, and just typical performance, man. And I'm gonna go with him. He gets a 7 today. Just typical performance, man, against this opposition. So it's good to see him looking healthy. But he did go off there with that
as
leg.
well.
And you just hope that he hadn't re-agitated that.
Hopefully that was for the cameras so we don't go Brazil.
Exactly.
Let's go Trossardinho, Jez. Scored a goal, corner level taking 100. Yeah, Martinelli and Saka could learn how to take a corner off of this guy. Yeah, scored a goal, created a goal, and created mayhem. Yeah, it was his corner that bounced off of the bar that ended up with number 35 scoring the third. What did you make of him today, mate?
Yeah, absolutely class, man. My man of the match today, Trossard. I'll give him an 8 because I thought he was like almost unplayable at times. To be fair, he was jinking around that defence, and 8 for me, mate. My man of the match.
Let's go to subs. Let's go to Fabio Vieira, Matty.
Oh dear,
Jesus Christ!
On a bike.
This gentleman, Lee, Jez. I don't know if you watched the streaming today or not, but Jez, there was a point there in the game. He gets a foul or what have you. He falls on the ground.
Wow.
He looks at he looks at his shoes. Then he unties his shoes. Then he has a shot at the ref. Then he throws his hands up. In the middle of a game, we're like, well, what's the need of him even doing all this? What is this all about? He hadn't done anything, had been on the pitch for a few minutes. Then we look up again, and here he comes with this crazy tackle.
it wasn't a tackle, was it?
Wasn't a tackle, it was just a quick, studs high. And you're gonna get a call for that. And then he looks as if to say, well, what did I do? Nothing. You hadn't done anything since you've been on the pitch, man. You hadn't done anything at all. He's walking off. Arteta even looks at him and cuts his eye at him and rolls his eye. I think we maybe get ready to see the end of this gentleman. I think we've got to, if we're not getting ready to, we need to. He's another one that does not offer anything to this football club. This is a waste of a signing. We could have put that money somewhere else. Let's move him on, sell him back to where he came from, put him back in Portugal, or send him on down there to the Sky Bet Championship and let him play down there because that's about his speed. It is not here at Arsenal Football Club. Today, you join the ranks of 29. Fabio, you get a fat 0.
Facts.
And at least I won't have to see him for 3 more games. I know.
Hey, they're giving the goal. Hey, Bournemouth are 2-0 up. I thought they were going to rule it out. No handball. Dominic Slanky's on a hat-trick. They're 2-0 up against Newcastle. Let's get these last few rattled out real quick. Reece Nelson, Jez. Reece.
Ray came on, didn't do anything. I didn't even know he actually at times he was on the park, man.
I didn't either.
To be fair. Be honest, I don't presume he do anything.
How many times did he touch the ball?
Did he even touch it? I don't even think he touched it, Lee.
I don't know.
Crazy.
I'll give him a 2 for the fact he came on. That's it.
Left shoe, right shoe.
His boots on. Well done. Yeah, 1 for each. Let's go to your boy Matty. Your defense is in trouble.
And Katie in the room. The banana in the tailpipe. Oh man, banana in the tailpipe. He got what, 1 touch? We saw that during the game. We got 1 touch. Man, let me just say this. What we saw of him coming in there in the second half was going to be what we saw the entire game. So I mean, that was just if you'd have played the whole game, you would have saw exactly the same thing of what we saw when he came on. He came on, offered nothing, done nothing, showed nothing. So he's gonna join the committee of 0 today as well. So
Kivior, Jez, Kivior, last but by no means least, Kivior.
Yeah, Kivior came on, didn't do anything. It was nice to see his wife. But, there you go. She wasn't twerking today, but there you go. Never mind. He didn't do anything, did he? So I'll give him a 3, man.
Right, you know how this works, people. If you don't like the ratings, we don't care. We're back on the 25th against Brentford. We're going to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown for the manager, and then we're all going to give our ratings. 3, 2, 1, 6,
7.
I'll give it 7.
Y'all say we don't love Arteta though. Y'all say we don't give him no love. So y'all just heard it. 6 and 7s.
He only got a 6 because he subbed off the German giraffe. Otherwise, it was a 5.
That's why I gave him a 7. That's why I gave him a 7.
I gave him a 7 because he started Trossard.
Yeah, true.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I changed my score. 7. 7, yeah. Trossardinho started, yeah, and he subbed off the German giraffe.
Yeah.
Before we wrap this up, shout out your channel, Jez.
Yeah, Arsenal history and more. We've got the international break coming up, so it's going to be boring. So I'm going to be doing more of my Arsenal journeys. Go and watch them if you haven't watched them, people. They are quite funny. They're quite entertaining. And so I'm going to be doing one next week at some point. And next week, Tuesday night, 8 p.m, I have got on Lee Gunner, Kenny Ken, and Matty. So that'll be a good show. So come and watch that. And then that's me. I'm out.
Come on, big up Matty as well. Yeah, shout your channel out, bro. What you got coming up?
I will be, as Jess just stated, joining him on Tuesday, and probably Monday, me and Tony Clark will be doing the 2 henchmen. We'll recap the last 2 games, and then we'll be getting ready for the break, man. And that'll be it, man. Turkey Day for me. Be getting ready for Turkey Day.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving and that. Yeah, come on, come on, Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah.
All right, listen, we're gonna wrap this up, people. Obviously, my old man surprised me. Turned up 3.5 days on this motorbike.
He's in the room. Steve Bowl is in the room.
Oh, he's in the room. Yeah, call me. All of that. Yeah, that, you know what I'm saying. He got credit on his phone in that. Yeah, but big up to everyone. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, people. Sub to the channel. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. I was going to do 3 watch-alongs on the other channel, but now the plans might have just changed. Yeah, I was going to do Villarreal against Atleti, or Atleti Villarreal, and I was going to do both Super Sunday games, but we'll see. Make sure you sub to both the guys. If I can get the links in the title, I will. If not, in the description. We're out of here. Laters.